Hey y'all, I'm Attica Scott, former Kentucky State Representative, and you're joining me today on State Watch Nights.
We will continue to provide updates as we have more information.
Former Kentucky State Representative, and you're joining me today on State Watch Nights.
Biblical weather that really hit us hard over the past couple weeks here in Louisville. This catastrophic flooding along the Ohio River that you can still see right behind us. This is officially the 8th largest flood in Louisville history and the highest that the downtown Ohio River has seen since 1997. Right behind us, the river has finally crested. It crested at just under 37 feet. It's already dropped about 3 feet from that historic crest, and it will continue to recede over the coming days. It will continue to recede over the coming days, and we hope early next week it is close to back to normal. I want to give a special thanks to our incredible team, emergency management and all their agencies, public works, parks and recreation, all of our first responders, police, fire, EMS, for their work over their past week. And a huge shout out to everyone at MSD for their work in years past to build the great flood protection system that held well during this flood in Louisville, and for their work during this historic flooding event, working our 16 flood pumping stations and pumping out billions of gallons of water every day from our city. All of them are heroes who deserve our thanks for keeping our city safe and dry given this flooding that we've experienced. And also a thanks to the entire community. During these weather events, the city listened, heeded the warnings, obeyed the road closures, and I'm thrilled to announce that to our knowledge, we did not experience a single injury or death as a result of this weather event over the past couple of weeks. So now that the river has crested, the hard part begins, and that's the cleanup. Today, we are announcing a citywide flood disaster cleanup plan. Last night I authorized, and tomorrow begins this cleanup effort. Starting Saturday morning, we will have crews all along the Ohio River, in the east, in the west, in the southwest, right here downtown. They'll be clearing roadways for emergency access, removing flood debris, trash, and mud from parks, sidewalks, parking lots, and other public spaces. I'm also announcing that we've I'm also announcing that we've engaged a national disaster response service provider that'll be sending crews to Louisville to begin this work Saturday morning alongside all of our Louisville Metro government agencies to restore areas along the river that have been damaged by flood water, to get rid of all of this debris that everyone has seen firsthand or seen photos of. This is not going to be an easy process, but our expectation is that our parks, roadways, and other public spaces, including Waterfront Park, are going to be restored in their original condition, bright, shiny, and clean, in time for the Kentucky Derby, which is 3 weeks from tomorrow. And equally as importantly, we want to get this cleanup done as quick as possible so that all of the other wonderful Kentucky Derby Festival events that happen alongside the river can and will go on as planned. The eyes of the world are going to be on Louisville these next few weeks, and we're committed to getting this right. One other item I wanted to mention involves people whose homes and businesses have been damaged by the severe weather. We're still evaluating exactly how many homes and businesses were impacted. So in the coming days, we'll be announcing another part of the cleanup plan that involves curbside pickup, where we will pick up items that have been damaged or destroyed in the storms and debris that is in private yards or on private business property. This will be available to people whose homes were damaged, who have debris, in their business or place of residence. More to come on that next week. And finally, for people who are wondering how they can help, we've had lots of calls to my office, to lots of the other agencies around town, and that is one of the things that makes Louisville so special, is helping out, helping others in need. So we're going to have opportunities to enlist people's support to ensure that we get this cleanup right and done in time for the Kentucky Derby. And so I'm going to turn it over to the CEO of our great waterfront park, Deborah Belitsky, to talk a little bit more about waterfront park cleanup efforts. Deborah?
Good morning, everybody. From the very beginning, Waterfront Park has been a community-driven project. Time again, over the past nearly 4 decades, we've seen the community step up and help with the initial planning, with the fundraising to build the park, and on an ongoing basis to support and protect and maintain this space for the greater good. This past week has been no exception, as we have been flooded by the Ohio River at Waterfront Park. We have simultaneously been flooded by messages of encouragement and support from the community asking how they can help to restore this space. Well, friends, the water is finally receding, and we're ready for you to come down to the waterfront and lend a hand. Waterfront Park is hosting a community cleanup event tomorrow at 9 a.m. From 9 a.m. until noon. We will meet on the Turf Mutt Great Lawn. Free parking is available in the surface lot immediately across Witherspoon Street from the Turf Mutt Great Lawn. Waterfront Park staff will be on hand to assist with the cleanup, to provide supplies like gloves and pinchers and garbage bags. Volunteers, please wear long pants, wear sturdy closed-toed shoes or rubber boots, and please check in with Waterfront Park staff when you arrive. As a reminder, other than this one scheduled volunteer event, Waterfront Park remains closed to the public until we can complete the cleanup and ensure it is beautiful, safe, and welcoming to everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Deborah. We know that there are so many people all across the city that want to help, and that this is one great opportunity to begin with that help tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. at Waterfront Park. We hope you'll join us for this wonderful community event and get others to help as well. This is an all-hands-on-deck moment for our city. All of our metro government agencies that can help, volunteers, Waterfront Park, and others. And I've seen it time and time again across the city. We have an amazing, resilient community that loves to support one another and our city. A dedicated city, a tough city, a resilient city. And so I know this cleanup effort is going to go well, and it's going to be back like this flood never happened in just a very short period of time. So now we're excited to get ready to join Matt, April, Amy, the entire Kentucky Derby Festival team to kick off the Bear Off Luncheon and continue to move this great city forward. Thank you all very much, and we're happy to take any questions about this cleanup effort. Yeah. The question was about the FEMA response and the role that FEMA plays in all of this cleanup. Right now, we are expecting to be refunded for 87% of all of our costs from FEMA, but we have to get going. And so we're following. We've got the great team. Emergency Management Agency is well versed in how to qualify and be eligible for FEMA aid and assistance. We're following all the proper protocol and response with respect to this cleanup effort that we described. And then we're also working through that right now for the individual response. And we're hoping to help individuals and businesses that have damage qualify as well. We certainly surpassed the damage thresholds as a result of this flood. We'll have more on that next week. Anything else to add on that? Or? On the for individual home business owners, we'll have more on that next week with respect to qualifying for FEMA aid. But we're doing everything here to qualify for that reimbursement. The question was, how much do you expect this to cost? That's still a little bit in flux. We expect that the cost of the cleanup that I described along the riverfront, based on the flooding that we know of, again, we don't know exactly how much debris there is, and that impacts it, the amount of debris that there is, the time that it takes. But we expect that this cleanup could cost approximately $5 million. We do expect 87% of that amount to be reimbursed to the city by FEMA. And we'll have more final numbers as the cleanup begins, and we're staying in very close contact with the contractor on that. The question was about, did you hear that one, Matt? The question was about donors, and what was the question about donors stepped up in light of losing Thunder? Well, the question was about donors and folks that have been stepping up. We've heard, as Deborah said, she's gotten a lot of feedback and outreach at Waterfront Park about people that want to help. And I'm pretty sure that with the Kentucky Derby Festival, all of their partners are totally understanding. If there was any question last Saturday when we announced the cancellation of Thunder, about any questions about whether it was the right decision, I think the answer is still sitting right behind us. And everyone has been incredibly understanding and supportive, and is already excited about 367 days from now for the 2026 Thunder over Louisville. Oh, I'm very excited. The question was about Coach Pat Kelsey's extension. I think it's wonderful news for UL Cardinals, and I think it's wonderful news for Louisville, Kentucky. I'm a huge Coach Pat Kelsey fan. All right, well, thank you all very much. We'll continue to keep you all up to date on the cleanup over the coming days. Have a great day.
Through every note, every performance, the arts connect us. The arts connect us through joy and through awe, bridging cultures and generations. From intimate theaters to the grandest stages, the arts bring us together, reminding us that we're never truly alone. When we experience the arts, we experience each other. Kentucky Performing Arts. The arts connect us.
If you do nothing else.
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 If you do nothing